Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I actually have a different review. As you guys know, I'm usually reviewing oracle decks or tarot decks, but this was something I got over the summer with my friend Steph, who was visiting from Belgium, and we were kind of like walking through Barnes & Nobles, and my Barnes & Noble in I think it's in Grossmont Center here in San Diego. It has a pretty extensive spiritual and metaphysical section. And I found this, and it's the Enchanted Spellboard, Magical Messages from the Spirit World. And it's by Amy Zerner and Monte Farber, who are the creators of the Enchanted Tarot, which I've had before. Yeah, there we go. The authors of the Enchanted Tarot. And the Psychic Circle and the Tarot Discovery Kit, so they've done other things as well. I used to have the Enchanted Tarot, but I ended up gifting it to my best friend, the opera star, and it was actually my very first tarot deck that I got like a long time ago. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, well, I'm familiar with the authors, and this is a lot different than, let's say, like a Ouija board, but it's a somewhat similar concept, but I just felt like this was a lot more comfortable for me. Because just me personally, I don't know, I'm a little like, my energy doesn't really vibe well with like a Ouija board, and that just could be like, I don't know, like societal conditioning. Just like some people could be frightened from using tarot decks, whereas I absolutely enjoy using tarot and oracle and runes and all sorts of divinatory tools. But with this one, it just felt, I don't know, it felt like it feels like when I'm using my tarot cards. So let me show you guys the box. So you can tell it's a rather large box, and it is for communicating with spirit. Both my friend Steph and I used this over the summer, and she also felt very comfortable with it, and she's a very sensitive soul. So you open it up, you have this awesome book that's inside. So let's actually put this aside and take a look at, well, the guidebook for this. You have your massive table of contents here, and there's so much going on with this spell board. Like, I actually just love like going through the book, and there's just so much. So it gives you like a little history on the spirit board, how to prepare your spirit board, kind of like with a tarot deck. That like attracts like, it reminds you that if you're like thinking that you're going to contact some, low vibe beings or energies, and you're like totally freaked out when you're using it, chances are you're probably going to attract the low vibe beings, because that's the energy that you're putting out. So it just kind of like lets you know that. Talks about asking questions and how to go more in depth. What I thought was pretty awesome when using this, is I had my eyes closed when I was, moving around the planchette with, I'm probably mispronouncing that too, because I don't really use it, like for like Ouija boards and stuff. So this is like the first spirit board I'm actually using. But as I moved around the board, my friend Steph was letting me know that the symbol I was making, just like moving the little thing around, was the Om symbol. And I was like, whoa, really? And so there was like, so maybe it's even cool if like you do this with a friend, somebody that you trust, with you, so that, if you do this with your eyes closed, you can, because I shuffle with my eyes closed sometimes too. You can get messages that way too. Okay, so it talks about the directions, which are, on the board as well. There's gemstones that are also on the board, so it tells you kind of like the meaning of those gemstones. There's different colors on the board. They do have the zodiac signs all around the board, so it's like that could be a meaning too, or maybe it could be something for timing. And then there's letters, of course, just like a typical Ouija board, but it goes around in a circle. And there's also trees, so those of you that connect to nature elements, that's in there as well. And then around, there's all these enchantments, like all around the circle of the board. So there's like enchantment of enlightenment, enchantment of banishing, enchantment of finding a location. So it gives you a little bit of information on that. So like, let's say we have enchantment for courage. So it's like a little mantra or spell that you could say. And then there's numbers also that go around the circle, so it gives you a little bit on numerology. And then lastly, a little bit about your authors. There we go. So yeah, give me a moment and let me open this up for you guys. Okay, so this was kind of big for me to get into the whole frame. So instead of it, you know, they want in the guidebook for people to start with the question facing you. So that's why it's at this angle. So you have your little marker or guider or planchette or whatever you want to call it, and you know, of course it says the Enchanted Spellboard on it, and it says to, you know, place a couple fingers, both hands, or you and a friend, and you just kind of move it around the board. But you start here at the question. I'm going to kind of move this around so that you guys can see. But kind of going around here, you can see it says some keywords at the top, like take, past, present, future, day, night, plus it has some colors in here that you guys can see. Also down here there are some letters, and then you have the zodiac signs kind of in between the colors, and then around here you have the trees. In here you have some more keywords, but that's for those enchantments, those spells or mantras, you know, to kind of look into. So you have one for love, courage, wellness, communication, success, joy, so on and so forth. And then in the middle you have some numbers. So it's quite detailed actually. You go off to the side here, we have a yes, we have a no. Coming down, we have a maybe up here, and then you can see like the rest of the zodiac, the numbers. We have a Loki coming in. Hey Lokester, can we say hello to everyone? Yeah. Panther coming through. Hey Panther. Ooh, panther tail, panther tail. So yeah, I think, you know, oh, and I forgot to mention there's little crystals over here too. So there's some crystals there. There's some crystals here. Crystals off to the side, you know, aquamarine, amethyst, garnet, citrine. So I didn't find this creepy at all. I didn't get any like weird vibes, or, you know, it just makes me feel very, maybe because I've had the Enchantment Tarot before, I just feel like, you know, the energy just feels pretty good. And obviously Loki likes it too. He's sniffing around on it, keeps walking around it. So, you know, hey, it's Loki approved. I really like it. So if you're somebody who is looking Loki, oh my gosh. If you're somebody who's looking for you know, other divinatory tools to add to your toolkit, you know, your tarot cards, your oracle cards, you have runes, maybe you have some pendulums, and you've always wanted to add some sort of spirit board, but maybe you were a little hesitant about using a Ouija board, I highly recommend this board. You know, I felt good using it. My friend Steph, who I know is like very sensitive to like anything creepy, she really liked it. Yeah, and I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful board, and it gives such deep answers, just like I would get from a tarot deck that, you know, I only use it once in a while. It's not something that I bust out every day, but, you know, I really like it. So I just kind of wanted to pass this along because I don't think I've really seen anything else on YouTube of anybody reviewing this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Maybe you have this board. Maybe you have some questions for me on like how I've been using it. And just leave that in the comment section down below. Oh, and if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. I have a lot of different types of readings because I have a lot of different types of my magical tools, my divinatory tools, my tools for helping people on their journeys, and I would love to be able to help you. And that's it for me, spiritual homies. So if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell for more videos just like this, and I will catch you spiritual homies later, and so will Loki. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out!